We have arrived. Well, I have to take this off the screen. Hold on. We're doing it live. We have arrived. There it is. At our number 1 Zelda song of all time. Now, I don't want anybody to give it away because we know more about the list than the viewers do. Although I suppose they had the title of the song and the title of the video, so maybe we should just give it away. You should be able to make some assumptions about what this is. We have missed half of our number 1 votes so far. 3 of them are on this song. So despite the fact that it was not unanimous, it was still by far the group's number 1. It was not even remotely close.
This is going to get so juicy for me. I love this so much.
When I'm the one that
you love it. You love this song.
Now, as a reminder, as Shaun's about to tee off on this maybe, or he's...
no, I am. Just wait.
He's not the one who didn't vote for it. That would be Nick.
Ooh.
And without any further ado...
Nick is absolved a little bit then from how I'm going to go off right now.
Well, you're not going to be able to absolve yourself very well when you voted it 3rd.
Yeah, no.
But here we are.
Okay.
Number 1, Hyrule Castle from Breath of the Wild.
So this song, so I'm getting close to the castle, and what I hear in the background, and I don't remember who this was. If it was Dave, maybe it was somebody. Where it's like, oh my god, that's Ballad of the Windfish in a final dungeon in a Zelda game. And they were like, no, it's not. And I was like, motherfucker, bitch. You think I don't know Ballad of the Windfish? It's fucking Ballad of the Windfish. And so we have arrived at my biggest beef. People who are voting this song as their number 1 greatest Zelda song of all time, not voting Ballad of the Windfish, from which, I don't know, 50% of the song, that's probably a little
50%? It's 3 fucking notes.
It feels like it's
3 ascending notes. You can do that in music without it being the same goddamn song.
This is so
I think it is an homage.
No, more than an homage.
There's also 5 other Zelda songs in this besides Ballad of the Windfish.
It's a nice little medley. Maybe I'm biased. I feel like Ballad of the Windfish is
the
dominant track that carries through here.
No, it's 3 notes.
Only those notes.
It's right here's Ballad of the Windfish still. The orchestra version, but it's and now here is Ganon's castle as you're ascending.
Oh yes.
And we get Zelda in here. We get the main. We get the overworld motif in this for really no reason, but it's fun. It's right here. This one this is the one from the soundtrack. It's better when it builds. There is a version of this song that I have where it starts off in the quieter version. This one starts in the more, I don't know, a layered version and works its way back to the quiet. But we talked about this. This has a hallmark of several things we already liked on this list. It has other motifs from the Zelda series that we like. It builds upon itself. It has unusual time signatures because this switches from 5/4 to 6/4 in the middle of it's like one measure of it. It's really weird, but when you pick up on it, it's so pleasing, and it matches the best part of the game, even though the final boss is a letdown.
True. Yeah. But when you're going, you don't know it's going to be a letdown.
Yeah.
And you're
That's true. You're just having a great time.
Dungeon is amazing, and this song it has so many different melodies that it pulls from. It's like it just encapsulates like everything about Zelda in this one track as you're ascending this destroyed castle, and it's so cool.
Well, so we're still in Ballad of the Windfish. I just have to point this out. We've been here for like 30
we just came back to it.
I just want to call it out. You see my frustration though. So rooted in Ballad of the Windfish, but some people just didn't vote for Ballad of the Windfish at all. You know?
This is the section that we're now inside the castle, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it will switch. Yeah. Which
okay,
I think I like the exterior a little bit more, but
I do too. This I like this part quite a bit.
Yeah.
It's the funny part I think with this too is when you're going through the castle, you can skip pretty much all the castle really easily in this. If you go up, take the Zora suit and just swim up the waterfall, okay, cool, I'm there. I pretty much skipped all of it.
Definitely took my time. And there are some games where I'll do that. Final boss fight of Resident Evil 5, weirdly enough, is one with great song. This is one where it's like, I don't want to go through this fast.
No. And then this one, especially for me, when I'm going through this castle and actually go through, I go through the door and go through all the different things and explore this entire castle, I feel a bit of nostalgia from Zelda from different things. You have the memories, you have Zelda's Lullaby that's playing right now, you have all the different things that remind you of this castle and what it's been throughout all these games, and then you get this medley of Zelda songs and this kick-ass orchestra behind it, feeling this epicness of how Ganon took this over. Fantastic. So good.
I don't know if you guys just caught what was going on in the Zelda part of this song. But if you listen to it just a little bit, you can go back. You can hear that the low health tone. It's basically Zelda's running out of time. You gotta get
that's
going.
cool.
And throughout all of this, even as they're weaving in classic Zelda melodies, they're also using the instrumentation from Breath of the Wild in the background in interesting ways, like this.
Yeah, right.
Like, this is Breath of the Wild. This is nothing else from before in the series, but they weave it in such interesting ways. Like, I do not like this soundtrack that much. There are a few standout tracks. I had 7 in my first cut. And the group list sort of reflects the same thing. We had other Breath of the Wild songs in the top 40. I think 4 or 5 others. This is the only one that made the top 25, but it's the fucking number 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Now,
just
do
that
I
good.
need it number 1? Probably not, but if it's there because it makes sense because the way the voting worked, like I'm fine with that.
3 number 1s is a thing I don't know that we've seen.
No, that's a
any
lot.
of these lists.
Mm-hmm.
Nick just hasn't gone far enough into the game to hear it.
That's
so.
the problem. That's the
Hey,
exact problem.
Don't worry, Nick.
The reason why it's not there is almost certainly because I hadn't been exposed to it before we were compiling lists.
Well, that's
Nick,
fine.
it's
You've
okay.
got a
You're
week.
absolved because of it.
Yeah, it's okay. You're absolved if you didn't play a game and didn't have a connection to it, but I'm not, so that's
Yes.
fine.
That's right.
That makes sense. Also, you have like a week. If you beat it in the next week, then you can jump right into Tears of the Kingdom
Yeah,
immediately
that's true.
afterwards. So-
There we go.
Clock's ticking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go back to the Zelda part and see if you guys can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear it.
Mm-hmm. I never realized that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need.
I thought it was just a do 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 do.
No, it's the low health tone.
I know. Well, I'm glad you called it out because I hear it, but I'm not like, oh, that's a little health tone. It just
Yeah, I
sounds
don't-
like it's a little like
Yeah, it
chime,
sounds like a little
so that's
like
cool.
Yeah, that's neat though. That's really cool.
This is my favorite part right here. With the organ in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this version, but like outside.
Yeah.
And now you get the very quietly in the background. It's so cool.